Hello and welcome to Lost World Minute, the minute-by-minute podcast reviewing the 1997 sequel Jurassic Park, 1 minute at a time. I'm Brad.
I'm Dave.
And this week we're discussing minute 13 of The Lost World. How are you going, Dave?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. The weather's changed for the worst and it's started to get a lot colder here.
Is it? Yeah, well, it's trying to get a lot warmer here.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yep, I've had the fire going the last few nights, sort of getting down into the single digits in the Celsius, so yeah. We sort of discussed this last minute and we're going to have a bit more of a talk about it now. The logos, how in Jurassic Park, the logo was Jurassic Park, it was on everything, it represented the actual park. We never got that in the opening credits, we just got the Jurassic Park font.
Yeah, true.
And then later on, we got... pretty much got on the Jeeps, on everything. Whereas here we get an older faded, like distressed logo with the Lost World, which I absolutely love. Love that cracked.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep.
It's in the first movie the logo was everywhere though. It was on the hats. It was in the gift shop. It was on the Jeeps. It was everywhere. And the interesting thing is that a lot of the logos that you see in the movie is the yellow version, whereas and a lot of the marketing and everything, a lot of people were used to seeing the red version with the yellow lining it, not the yellow version with the red lining it. So I always had a preference for the yellow version of the logo from the first movie, just because it was so more proliferate in the movie itself.
The on the actual logo, it wasn't just the surrounding part of the logo that changed from yellow to red, it was also the backing or the background of the T-Rex.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
The yellow background logo was featured in the movie more than the red one was. Mm-hmm. But in The Lost World, I always associated the kind of in-film logo with Engine, because that's the logo that's on the tents, it's on the hats, it's on the side of the Jeeps, it's on the side of the helicopters, it's everywhere.
The shoulder patches.
Associated the Engine logo was The Lost World, the Jurassic Park logo was Jurassic Park.
Yeah, because apart from the Lost World Jurassic Park font at the start, we only get Hammond in the last minute name dropping the Lost World, but we never get a full title call out, and we never see that logo. Which is understandably, like, you wouldn't see that on the cars or on the anywhere in the worker village. It'd all still be Jurassic Park, which I'm surprised we didn't see a couple of Jurassic Park logos when we get to the village, but I suppose it's not the island. It's not Nublar. Alright, if that's all, we'll get into minute 13. Ready to go?
Yeah, I'm good. Alright,
let's do it. As the 12th minute of The Lost World ended, we had Ian Malcolm telling John Hammond that he's gone from capitalist to naturalist in just 4 years. At 12 minutes and 5 seconds, Hammond waves Malcolm over and says that it's their last chance at redemption. At 12 minutes and 12 seconds, Malcolm takes a moment to think about it, then says, "John, no. Of course, no." And he's going to contact the other 3 members of the team, and he's going to stop them from going as well. At 12 minutes and 25 seconds, Malcolm asks, "Who's the paleontologist, by the way?" Hammond's reply is, "She came to me. I want you to know this." At 12 minutes and 34 seconds, Hammond says to Malcolm, "Leave it to you, Ian, to have associations, affiliations, or even liaisons with the best people in so many fields." Malcolm responds, "You didn't contact Sarah." At 12 minutes and 44 seconds, while Hammond's discussing Sarah's backstory, Malcolm's quickly going through the files trying to find any information on Sarah. He turns and knocks some papers off Hammond's desk, revealing the telephone. At 12 minutes 54 seconds, as Malcolm holds the phone up to his ear, gets a dial tone. Hammond says it's too late, she's already there, and the others will be meeting here in 3 days. And this ends the 13th minute of The Lost World. So we get from ventureless to capitalist in the end of the last minute, and Hammond pleading with Malcolm that it's their last chance for redemption, which I don't see how all this could redeem it'd only be redeeming Malcolm's sort of career, really.
Yeah.
Ian pretty much just turns around and says no. Of course, no. And he's going to call the other 3 members of the team and tell them no as well. And then the question, who's the paleontologist, by the way?
Oh, it's just your girlfriend. We just sent your girlfriend to an island full of bloodthirsty dinosaurs. No, it's nothing to worry about.
Well, that's it. His first comment is, "She came to me." It's not. It's not. It's nothing else.
It's not my fault. She wanted it. She wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to see the dinosaurs. I didn't send her there.
Yep. Then we get Ian turn around and was, what? Who? What? And a little bit more on his character from Jurassic Park. Hammond says, "Leave it to you to have relationships, liaisons, or affiliations with so many people in so many different fields."
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like he used to get up to a lot of shenanigans when he was around doing campus tours or...
Oh, Ian Malcolm, you old horn dog, you.
Although, from what we hear, this one might have actually settled down a bit more for a bit longer time than what the old ones did, if he's still with her now.
Well, there is a deleted scene there, too, and we'll get that to it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but there's a deleted scene when they're trekking, where they're camping, and Ian and Malcolm discuss whether or not they should get married.
Oh, okay. Because he's flipping through the files here trying to find anything about Sarah, and Hammond's trying to convince him that she's the right person for the job.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of ends with him picking the phone up, and he presses one button and then stops, only because Hammond says she's already there.
Yeah. I just thought it was kind of funny how Hammond has all these papers stacked nice and neatly over his phone, and Malcolm just shoves them all onto the floor. He's like, and he just doesn't care. He's saying, okay, I gotta call her right now. I don't care about all these papers. I'm not gonna pick them up and just place them neatly somewhere else. No, this shit's all going right on the floor.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. It's nothing that Hammond put down earlier, so it's not the files. It's just something he's had sitting there.
Yeah. Still, I mean, that's the stuff, man. I mean, how would you like if somebody just knocks all your papers on the floor and just to pick up the phone?
I would have loved if we got laid a pan down or something and seen some schematics for the RV or something.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Well, just some prep stuff for the expedition.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose we get some of that in future minutes anyway. And yeah, the others are meeting here in 3 days. So he's leaving it kind of late to get Malcolm on board.
I think he was always kind of hesitant about contacting Ian Malcolm for this, just because he probably anticipated Malcolm's overreaction to it.
Well, that's it. If the plan's in motion, everyone's coming, his girlfriend's already there, then he doesn't have much of an option to pull out.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we get another shot here too of more medical equipment, computer, heart rate monitor, which is making less sense now. Like, all this stuff's here. They just find whatever medical stuff they could and throw it in his room.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of weird, yeah. This large house / mansion, and Hammond's held up in a bed. He's in his office. Everything's in the one room. Makes for easier shooting with the set, but you'd think they'd have the butler return to help him here at parts if he needed to help stand or something.
You see when Ian Malcolm leaves, he's standing outside the door the whole time.
Yeah, yep. All right, if that's all you need, all you have on minute 13, we'll get out of here and we'll be back next with minute 14.
All right, sounds good.
All right, guys, let's get the hell out of here.
Contact details are on the website, thelostworldminute.com. You can email feedback to thelostworldminute@gmail.com, Facebook, The Lost World Minute, Twitter @thelostworldminute, and Instagram, The Lost World Minute.
Easy to remember.
Yeah, yep, very easy to remember. Right. David, thank you for joining me for this record.
You're welcome.
And we'll be back. I've been Brad.
I'm Dave.
And we'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
It is absolutely imperative that we work with the Costa Rican Department of Biological Preserves to establish a set of rules for the preservation and isolation of that island. These creatures require our absence to survive, not our help. And if we could only step aside and trust in nature, life will find a way.